Hi there, my name is Tom, and this is a short documentary I've made about the British summertime. And specifically, it's about the birds and the bees. I hope you enjoy.
In nature, most animals wait until the warm summer months before they start making their babies. That means once the temperatures rise, families will start to get busy. And for this worker bee, she will be one of the busiest of all. She has the important task of gathering pollen, and she will be collecting as much of it as her tiny arms can carry. The pollen that she gathers must later be returned to the hive. Only there will it be used by the queen to feed the larvae. Some of this pollen will also be used by the queen, who needs it to make more eggs. It's a task only she is capable of doing. To help this worker continue sharing pollen, the flowers are providing her with nectar, a sugary solution that acts almost like an energy drink. Most worker bees are completely dependent on nectar, and if they go more than 24 hours without finding any, the sugar crash will very likely be fatal. In turn, the flowers that she has pollinated will start producing seeds, and that means our worker bee has unknowingly helped begin the next plant generation. Both water and sunlight are essential ingredients to life, and that makes lakes and rivers the ideal real estate for starting a family. Whether that be for damselflies or for a young coot who's learning to navigate the world for the very first time. Summer might be the best time for having young, but the wild world is a dangerous place for newborns, and parents must be ready to meet these challenges. That's where we meet Mr. and Mrs. Grebe. These two are great crested grebes, a species that in Britain were once hunted until fewer than 50 pairs remained. This couple has started producing eggs, so in preparation for being parents, they have built themselves a family raft. The raft has been constructed from dead leaves and old branches, which the grebes gather by diving down to the riverbed. As their construction takes place, the mother will carefully test the nest, making certain it can support both her own weight and the eggs. It would be far from ideal if the egg fell overboard. The benefit of their floating nest is that both land and water-based predators will struggle to access it. The major downside is that a decaying nest is a permanently sinking nest. That means the couple must be continuously adding to their nest until the eggs finally hatch, which is going to take an exhausting 4 long weeks. Luckily, these grebes are a hard-working pair, and it's because of parents like these that grebe numbers have now rebounded, with over 10,000 now calling Britain home today. Once a clutch of eggs finally hatches, the parents will be faced with a very new set of challenges. These are swan chicks, known as cygnets. These toddlers will require lots of care and attention if they are to make it to adulthood. Once hatched, the cygnets must increase their weight by more than 30 times in their first 5 months of life. All this growth makes them very messy to live with. To help their growth, these parents are preparing to take their chicks into open waters. This is where they will learn to gather their own food. However, with up to 8 children, it can be quite difficult keeping them all in line. The young cygnets still have very little strength, so they're going to need to rest after less than an hour out on the water. the parent swans are very likely to be the largest birds on the water, so their main threat will come from other swans. That's why these parents have formed a line to protect their young, doing their best not to leave anyone behind. After 4 or 5 months, the cygnets should be big enough to defend themselves, and their white feathers will begin to emerge. This means it's time for them to separate from their parents. For mum and dad, they will be mated for life, so it won't be long until the next summer begins and the process will start all over again. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please subscribe to see what I find next time.